Well, if I just sit here and mind my own business, nothing will happen. 75 to 80 approval rating, as I said in the last video for Obama. That means, look, only 20% of us are awake in America. That's pathetic. But you know what? Here's the thing. And here's what I mean, I don't love it, but I mean, I'll go ahead and say I told you so before it comes down the pipeline. You that are 80% approval rating to him, he's not going to pay your mortgage. He's not going to pay your friggin' gas bill. He's not going to give you a rent-free house. He's not going to buy you a new car. He could care less about you. You're a doormat to him. You that voted for him are a doormat to him. All he is another part of the puzzle of the New World Order to destroy America. He is satanic just like Bush was. He is satanic just like the senators are. He's satanic just like the governors are. He's satanic just like the representatives are. He's satanic just like the lying preachers that tell you everything's okay and the prosperity movement is okay. He's satanic just as satanic and demonic and evil as any other part of them. And you think because he's 47 and he ain't fat and he's tall and slender, my God, that he can put on a big smile and his teeth white, and that he can sit there and say, we must act severely and quickly in this crisis. I'm going to appoint Joe Biden over the middle class of America, and then he went to labor unions. My God, the middle class ain't the labor unions. That's not only what it's about. But yet you sat there and you took that speech in. Then Joe Biden got up there as if he was somebody. And I'll remind you of what he said on the CNN debates. That when the guy come up there with his AR-15, he said, "This is my baby. Will my baby be protected?" Joseph O. Biden said, Mr. Biden said, he said, "If that's your baby, you're mentally disturbed." Now, let's go back to Paul Wellstone and the other thing I told you. You're mentally ill. If you think AR-15 is your baby, you're mentally ill. And they passed it along with the bailout bill, put two and two together. You're screwed, blued, and tattooed. It's over with. Unless you're willing to fight and die for your country, it's over with. You might as well bow down and put your head between your legs and kiss your butt goodbye. It's just that simple. If you put the puzzle together and you get off the friggin' TV and you get off the football games, okay? But I know you're going to watch the Super Bowl. That's fine, okay? While you're watching it and America's going to hell, maybe you'll feel good about it. Because I don't and I ain't watching them. I mean, why in the hell would I want to watch a bunch of men in tights and putting pads on like they're bigger than they are, chasing a friggin' oblong piece of garbage down a field, okay? What's the point? When America's going to hell, you're going to watch the game. But that's fine. Go ahead. Let me get on to Mr. Traficant's thing. My throat's getting sore from hollering. And by the way, if you're still fussing about me hollering, bye. I don't care. I don't care. You don't control me. If I want to shout, you'll go to a friggin' football game and shout a daggone guy. Yeah, oh yeah, let's win. But you won't shout for America that's dying and going to hell. You won't shout for God to be put back in schools. You won't shout for God's 10 commandments to get out of the closet. Yeah, yes sir, buddy. You won't shout for that. But you'll shout for a football game or a basketball game or a hockey game or some garbage that don't amount to nothing. You'll shout at a movie that's only entertainers and actors and hypocrites. But you won't shout for the dying and the death of America. Yeah, I don't want you around me. See? Because you're a hypocrite. And we don't need you in the fight. Go somewhere and wait for the New World Order to send you a check because you turned somebody in to gain favor and get food because you didn't put the food up when we warned you. See? I'm laying it down tonight. I'm not playing around. End Time Watchman is through playing, through sugarcoating it. I'm tired of it. Time is over. We're out of time. The wristwatch says time is up. Anyway, let's move on. Excuse me. Gold and silver were powerful money during the founding of the United States of America. That the founding fathers declared that only gold and silver would be money. Gold and silver coins were heavy and inconvenient. So we issued that paper money. And here we are, sitting here with nothing. What you got in your pocket, what I showed you, them $100 bills, them $400 bills, anytime they want to come out and decree them useless, which they're almost useless anyway, anytime that usurper, that half-breed, that person that everybody calls the black president. And what I mean by half-breed, he's got a white mama and a black daddy. He's not a black president. When you gonna wake up? He's not black. Not that I'm speaking against blacks or whites. He's not black. black. If he was black, he'd have a black mama and a black daddy. Wake up! You are being fooled. The first black president. Give me a break, dude. What on earth? How stupid have you become? Oh, yet, never mind. Truth is relative to anything you want it to be, right? Yeah, I guess so. I guess it is for you, not for me. Listen, inflation is an invisible form of taxation that irresponsible governments inflict on their citizens. Now, we've been in deflation because all the cars, they ain't selling nothing. Ford's bankrupt, GM, Chrysler, and all. Okay, you can get a vehicle for a third of the price now. But watch what happens in the coming months. You want to bet? You'll pay $7 a gallon for milk. Mark my words. I'm speaking prophetically right now of the future. You will pay $7 and $8 and $9 a gallon for milk, buddy, in the not so distant future. That's not going to happen. You're a lunatic. Check and see what they're paying in Alaska for it right now. $9 a gallon. But yet, it can't come to America. That's because you're too stupid to realize the truth. And you know who I'm talking to. You live in a friggin' fantasy land. Why didn't you marry Snow White? Why don't you go to Disneyland and camp out there where there's no reality? They probably use the money because it's down too. Let's move on. Federal Reserve Bank, who controls supply and movement of FRNs, has everybody fooled. They have access to an unlimited supply of Federal Reserve notes. They're printing that stuff left and right. Obama's getting them to print a bunch more. Unlimited supply of paper that ain't worth wiping your butt on because you might get some ink on your tail. That's all it's worth. It's not gold, it's not silver, it's not something that is tangible. See? Paying only for the printing cost of what they need. Federal Reserve notes are nothing more than a promissory note or T-bill. A promise to pay a debt to the Federal Reserve Bank. I'm going to draw up a stake right there. Okay? It's a promise. In other words, the Federal Reserve note you got in your pocket, the piece of garbage, is a promise to pay private, central, and foreign banks, the Rothschilds and all them, and I won't name all the names. I've already made videos. What you got in your pocket is saying, my children promise to be taxed to death to pay you back, you devilish garbage, and we bow down to you, Satan, and we agree with you. That's what it is. See, but you're going to be pissed off, some of you, and pardon my language, it's 5 o'clock somewhere on Friday. Okay? As my buddy used to say. I just turn it loose, I'm letting it go, I'm not worried about it anymore. Okay? You promise with that what you got in your pocket to continue to be that slave, to continue to be that person that's been duped, to continue to be that person that's confused about reality, and to keep going with this system. See? And don't say nothing to me about this chair squeaking. I don't want to hear you comment. My wife will delete it. I'm not even looking at them anymore when it comes to stupidity. So you can take it and you can put it to somebody else that gives a rat's behind, because I don't. If it ain't intelligent, don't even send it to me, because I, by God, ain't going to bother looking at it. Now, let's move on. Their lust for power and control since the inception of the central bank, they controlled the fates of nations. Now, I'm going to stop for a minute right there and rant a minute, and then I'll have to do another section. I never knew it'd be this long, but like I told you, end times pulled the gloves off. I don't have any sugar to put on nothing. Most of what you're eating persimmons, and it'll turn your mouth inside out, but by God, you'll know the truth, and the truth will make you free. I'll be back.